So, you want to start making money from your music. You've spent months writing, recording and mixing, you've built up a bit of a following, and you've even started a mailing list. And your new songs, well, they sound great. So you release them and nothing. You check the stats and streams are trickling in and there's no revenue. So you pivot and you start offering your skills as a mixer or a producer. You run ads for 3 months on Facebook. Still no clients, still no money. Then it's okay. Maybe I need to build my social media. But there's still no money coming in and all you see is these YouTubers making big claims and all you can see is saturation. Ads, merch, music, well, everything. And you start thinking, what's the point? Well, here's the truth that no one wants to say. Everyone that's actually making it has failed many times, including me. Well, actually, especially me. Let's go for a walk. When I first started putting a band together, I just followed the same path that everyone around me was doing. Find some decent band members, play a few pubs and clubs, maybe sell a few t-shirts. After all of that, I barely broke even. And when I first started my YouTube channel and online business, I thought, I'm just going to copy what everyone else is doing. But I neglected to factor in their years of experience. See, they told stories with their videos and took you on a journey. They made practical stuff seem interesting and relatable. Meanwhile, my videos, well, to be frank, they were pretty boring. And one comment really stuck with me. Someone had written below the video, geez, somebody buy this guy a coffee. I mean, I've got to be honest, that one stung a bit, but he was right. But I didn't quit because I knew this. I really didn't want music to be a hobby. I really wanted my music to become my career. A career that could comfortably support me and my family. And at that time, it seemed everywhere I looked and on every YouTube channel, people were talking about a 6-figure income. And I was thinking, you know, that's great. But what I want to reach is my freedom number. The amount of money that I needed each month to live my life on my terms. To me, that number was way more powerful than 50K, 100K, or even $1 million a year, because that freedom number is going to be the amount of money that sets you free, allowing you to live the life that way that you want to. And whenever I ask any creative or musician what they want, that's the answer that they give me. Now, one thing that was a massive turning point for me back then was getting into self-help books. And one book that really spoke to me was The Science of Getting Rich. And what I did last year was took everything that I learned from that book that had worked and wrote a book packed full of all this stuff specifically aimed at musicians looking to make money from their music and have a joyful career. Sometimes it really does feel like an uphill struggle being a professional musician, so maybe you don't know where to start. So let's start here with the freedom number. Write it down and keep it close. That's your new target. It's also an opportunity to say, I'm building this new life, not the one I'm stuck in. Now, every creative or musician that I've ever worked with struggles with focus because we just have a ton of new ideas every day. But the problem is, if you act on all those new ideas, all you're going to do is dilute your income. So here's a great way to start, and that's with one income lane. You can pick something from this, from P.A.I.D.S, P-A-I-D-S. That's products, ads and affiliates, information, deals, and services. If you're running a band, vinyl, CDs, merch, that falls under products. Let's say you run a YouTube channel talking about 80s music. Maybe you want to go after ads and affiliates with retro brands. If you teach music theory, well, that's going to be information. Now, if you're still not sure what to focus on, then use the D.A.R.E.S score system. This one's super useful. Just give a point for each for your idea. Digital, automated, recurring, evergreen, and scalable. It's simple. The higher the score, the more it works. For example, a YouTube channel is digital. It's kind of automated when you're running links, although what you've got to do with the YouTube channel is constantly make fresh content. Ads and affiliates are recurring. And if you're making evergreen content, that is typically content based more on concepts rather than fads and trends, then your video will technically be on YouTube forever. And it's definitely scalable. I found the more you put in, the more you get back. Selling band merch though, for example, it's going to cost you to make it. It's going to cost you to potentially ship it. You've got to get out there and play gigs to make connections with people to sell it. It's not particularly recurring because once they've bought it, chances are they're not going to buy it again. And unless your music really blows up, it's not going to be particularly scalable either. Now look, I'm not telling you not to run a band and not to do that, but I'm making it really clear that if you were up for doing either of those two options, one is certainly the path of least resistance and definitely to more fruition. Now, if you found this video helpful today, I've put together a free 10-day email course that's going to guide you on your first steps towards financial freedom as a musician. I've taken my own band from struggling to break even to bringing in over £25,000 a year, and I now consistently hit my freedom number from my home studio month after month. There's no fluff in this course, just mindset and strategies that have worked. It's the first 10 steps to get you moving. If you feel really stuck right now trying to make a career in music or trying to make some money on the side, then let me know in the comments what is your biggest roadblock and I'll get back to you to help. In the meantime, if you want to learn more about how I made a career in music without burning out or selling out, check out this next video. Have yourself a great day.